Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I've just come back from the theater now. I didn't have to do much, as part of this, as part of my day, we have to attend to the Caesars and help resuscitate the babies that come out. But my interns are, when they first join, they're a little bit new to it, and it's a very scary experience to resuscitate a newborn. But they've done so well, and this intern that I'm on with, she's done so brilliantly. I just showed up. I knew she would handle it, but I like to just be there in case, especially if I'm free. So I go there and I literally just popped in, and she doesn't know that I was there the whole time. And with that knowledge, with the knowledge that I'm not there, she resuscitated beautifully. It was amazing, and the child's perfect and pink and crying and happy and warm. So it's always good. And it could have gone south. The kitty didn't cry initially, but that's not the point of this talk. So I got back here quickly. I thought, okay, let me do this quick video of something that I've witnessed in the clinic. So there are various clinics that we run, depending on what problems we have to deal with. I've mentioned before the genetics clinic. I'm going to talk about the child psychiatry clinic. Now, children have a varied array of psychiatric and mood disorders and all these things that they can have. And it usually takes a lot of expertise to manage them. Now, the simple ADHD things, most pediatricians can get by, but there are the kids on the high end of the spectrum, on the outskirts. They are tough to manage, and they actually need psychiatric input. So we've got this lovely specialist that comes in for the child psychiatry clinic. Very lovely guy. He is actually, I think, like an adult psychiatrist and an adolescent psychiatrist. So child psychiatry is not actually his specialty, his super specialty, but we don't have one. So he comes in and he does this like a pro bono thing where he runs a clinic for us because we don't have that service, we don't have that specialty available. So I was with him last month, and we saw a couple of kids, and my mind was like amazed because he's just such an intuitive person and very calm. And the way he speaks is very almost slow, but very calm, and just listens so well. I think that's kind of what you need to do. So yes, I'm in the clinic with this doctor, and we see this very, very tough case. This was about 2 months ago. It's a child that is just, they believe that he's on the autistic spectrum. He's got these very sweet parents, very sweet people, and they are actually his adoptive parents. He had so many issues at birth, and now we think it's carried on into affecting his intellectual state going on in life. But he's become very, very violent and aggressive and hyperactive. He's just on so many things at the moment, and it's causing so much strife for the family. He's on medication. They've got behavior change modifications going in. They've tried herbal medications, all these things. And it was such a difficult thing to witness because they were, the parents were at their wits' end. They didn't know what else to do. It was affecting their life in a big and major way, especially with the lives of their other children. They felt that they were worried about their safety and the safety of the other children. So many things were. Anyway, don't go into that. And Dr. Peters, okay, we're going to give him this amount of medication. Let's hope it works. Let's do this and then change these behaviors, and we identify areas that we can change behavior with certain methods. Okay, see you in 2 months' time. That's fine. 2 months' time passes. I'm again with Dr. Petrie, luckily, and I get to see this patient again. This mother looks like she has aged in this time because I didn't recognize her at first. I thought, whoa, who's this? This doesn't look good. Bring the child in. Let's wait outside. Sorry, get on a message now. Let's wait outside. The mom comes in. They bring the dad in. Whew, they are so upset. They're saying it's actually gotten worse. And they go into this long story about how he's become so violent and so aggressive, and he doesn't sleep, and and he was always on this diagnosis of an autism spectrum disorder, and now we're thinking maybe he's got a conduct disorder, which is a whole other ball game. Very tough to deal with. And I just see, I'm not really in charge of this. I'm watching, I'm taking notes, and I'm assisting with translation with my little bit of Afrikaans. And he's running the show, and I'm watching him. I'm thinking, what is he going to do now? What is he going to do now? What is he going to say? And he goes, after he's let them speak, they've spoken, they've had their say, he goes, And he says, in almost a very emotional way, he says, I have to admit a few things. I've learned something this is his words, paraphrasing. He says, I've learned something in my life, and apparently there's this book that he's read where if you are coming across something that's very difficult, where you feel that you are out of your limits and whatnot, and you are not coping, you have to say three things. You have to say, I'm sorry, I don't know, and I need help. And I'm just sitting there like, what? I've never heard a doctor say this. And I'm sitting there like, my eyes are like, what is this guy doing? And he goes, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I'm sorry we've not been able to help you. But we will do our best in the future, and we'll do our best, and I've got a plan. And I thought, whoa. He says, that's the first thing, I'm sorry. Then he goes, I don't know. He says, I'll be honest with you. I'm a psychiatrist, but I don't have the expertise in child psychiatry to the extent that your child needs. Because your child is on the spectrum. There are definitely others like him. This is not a completely new situation. It's very difficult to manage though, but you need specialist care. And I unfortunately think that I'm at my limits. And I'm thinking, whoa, I don't think I've ever met a specialist say this before. That I'm sorry, and I don't know, I need help. So he goes, and the next thing he says, I need help. And the next thing he says, I need help. And I'm thinking, whoa, this is mind-blowing that a specialist would think this way. And he says, I'm going to contact, he goes to Red Cross Children's Hospital. He's going to discuss with the Red Cross Children's Hospital. They've got child psychiatrists. The child needs to go into their system. And he said, so again, and he looks at me and he says, don't forget this. If you're stuck with a difficult situation and you are not within your limits to help, you say, I'm sorry, I don't know, I need help. And I sat there and I thought, whoa, that was on my mind for the last 2 days. It's just been on my mind playing again and again, thinking I don't know very many specialists or consultants or doctors, because that's a whole other discussion. Ego comes in every way. Ego comes in from specialist level to the juniors when they don't know, so they puff up and they become abrasive and everything. And even when you're a junior, you feel that's where it causes a lot of anxiety when you don't understand and you don't know. So you've got to actually be honest with yourself and you say, I don't know, I need help. When you say, I'm sorry, I don't know, I need help, this is a big thing. And it's a huge life lesson for us all to live by. And this is a huge life lesson for us all to understand and to implement. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know, and I need help. Beautiful.